What's up, everybody? My name is Chichi, and this is Chichi's Comeback Corner. Welcome to yet another interview. And this time, it's a very fun interview. It's somebody who's very exciting. It's a rising star in the EFC, and he is going to be taking part in the Featherweight Grand Prix that they're hosting very soon. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the one and only Ayanda The Power Zwane.
Hey, what's happening? The power is in the house. Let's go.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you, Ayanda?
Good, eh? Good. It's been great. What's happening?
It's good to finally be able to catch you. You're a very busy man. It seems like camp is going really well for you, in it.
It's going very well, actually. Time's not on our side, unfortunately. We've been up and down trying to sort everything out, but yeah, finally we're here. Get the interview done and sorted.
Lovely. So, I just wanted to first actually start it off with a question that I think I'm gonna ask a lot of fighters moving forward, right? Which is, your nickname, your fighting nickname, the power. It's such a dominant name. It's such a name that has a presence and it demands, attention. So can you just tell us a little bit about how that nickname came to be for you?
Yeah, 100%. So what happened was I was coming from a rugby, well, I do come from a rugby background. So I was playing rugby for like a lot of years. So when I started MMA, I was using a lot of power, like you'd imagine. Because I never had any skills. I only had my rugby background. And then so my training partner, Nkosi, was like, you know what? Because he's the future. He's like, you're the power from now on. And we ran with it
Ooh.
and managed to make something huge out of it and make it a big name actually and a rising name to this far. So that's how the name came about. Because in rugby, it's all about power. So when I started MMA, they were like, no, technique, use your technique instead of your power. So that's how the name the power came about. So Nkosi the future, my training partner gave me that name. Yeah.
We're gonna actually talk about your relationship with Nkosi, right? Because that's quite a name that's making some moves in this industry also. But for now, like I think let's just talk about your rugby background, right? When did you play rugby? And when you did play rugby, which position did you play?
I played rugby since I was in grade six. So I've been playing for my whole life actually, and it's been amazing. Like from amateurs to going pro with it. And well, I'm a tall guy, right? So I played lock. So I played lock, eighth man. Did play some wing, played center in the sevens when we were playing sevens, but because of my height, I was the engine. So I played lock. It was amazing. I played lock my whole career, and I managed to make something out of that position to this day.
Wow. Okay. So you're saying that like because it seems like you got to at least a substantial level within rugby. What's the highest level that you got to? Was it like a regional level, nationals, or
So I got to play. Well, I went for Charles. There were Charles happening in Cape Town for Sharks, Lions. So scouts. There was scouts on that day. So
mm,
I made it as far as playing for pro amateur. There's like pros, which is your Lions, Sharks, your big teams, and then there's like the amateur teams. So I was like amateur team side. So I couldn't, unfortunately, make a big thing out of my rugby career because I couldn't balance the two MMA and rugby. So injuries also caught up with me in the rugby
mm.
space. So I had to actually kind of drop the ball with my rugby, but I still do enjoy playing some rugby. If you don't catch me on the MMA mats, you'll definitely find me running up and down on the rugby fields. That's for sure.
That's so cool. That is so cool, actually. But so I know that like at some point you did boxing primarily, right? Like I'm assuming that that's where you started off, following off from rugby. You started off with boxing. Can you just tell us a little bit about that boxing career?
So one thing about me, I never wanted to be an MMA fighter. Um, I hated it to the core. So this was before starting training. studying anything to do with MMA. So I used to watch a lot of boxing videos, a lot of boxers, Floyd being one of them, of course. So I just wanted to become a boxer. I wanted to become a pro boxer. That's why I started the boxing journey, which went great and was amazing. And for me, I think it was a huge achievement to this far, to my career, to my MMA career, because all fights start from standing before they can hit the ground and then wrestling. You need to know your boxing, you know. So
Mm.
I enjoy boxing. I'll any day I'll go for boxing as much as I love MMA now, but boxing would be it's on top of my list. You know, it's my bucket list to go pro in boxing as well and achieve a lot of things in boxing as well before I hang up my gloves of fighting one day in the future.
So you're saying that you didn't really like MMA and you didn't want to be an MMA, which is a sentiment that I've heard you actually speak on before, right? Like, what exactly got you to actually decide, you know what, let me become an MMA fighter? Was it a specific fight that you watched, or like was it just you maybe perhaps stumbling upon it in training? Like, what led you to actually liking MMA or figuring out that, hey, I might be good at MMA?
It was the training actually. The training. I think the right gym, having the right gym, starting with the right gym. I think that played a huge factor for me. Me working through Attila's MMA's gym, not knowing anything, having my rugby background. One thing I knew, I think the only thing I had was my fitness, honestly.
Mm.
So going to the gym and how everybody was friendly and everybody taught me the ropes, showed me everything and worked through me. And I fell in love day by day. So I kept showing up every single day and learning and learning. And I was like, okay, I think we have something we could work with, you know. There's more into it than what we see on TV. So that's when I was like, okay, let's give it a try. If it doesn't work out, okay, we can go back to our boxing and keep standing and do our thing. But if it works out, hey, we live to fight another day.
Now you're talking about Attila's gym, right? Which is where you still are right now. So I'm assuming you've been with them since the start of your career.
Since day one, eh? Since day one. Everything I know
Damn.
he taught me every single thing. Literally, I walked through his doors with nothing, zero. Like zero. Literally. So since day one, I've been with him. He taught me every single thing that I know to date. So he's been a huge factor in my career, not only as a coach, as a mentor. Um, and he's taking me to great places, and I'm happy where I am, honestly.
Wow. Okay. And so right now you will know that like you're striving to get gold, right? And you actually could become the first champion grown from Attila's gym.
Yeah, we're making history. So
Whoa.
it's making history everywhere, man. We're chasing that history books, so we have to make history. So I'm going for that number one spot.
Wow. Okay, so you mentioned Nkosi, the future Ndebele, right? Who is out there making scene, like he's making waves on the global scene. And, you know, can you just tell us a little bit more about your relationship with him? Because I know that even right now, you guys still remain good friends. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, man. Because he's like a brother, you know. The big brother. I mean, he was there also with Attila from day one when I walked through the doors. So that's why a lot of people kind of mistaken me for him sometimes because of the fighting style. I took everything from him. Hey, look, he's the champ. You know, he's good. So I just copy and paste everything, and he's done so much for me, man. He's looked out for me. He took me under his wing. He showed me how the game goes, how the game works, because he's been doing this his whole life as well. So he showed me the good and the bad side, the business side as well, how things run, how things go, how you should handle such things. So he's as much as my coach actually has done so much as well, because he's played a huge factor as well in my journey to date. And yeah, there's no word to describe how grateful I am to this guy. Like I said, he's a brother, man. He's done so much for me, and he's still doing so much for me, even if he's like miles away. But he's still out there doing so much, and I'm just walking in his footsteps. I'm just walking in his footsteps, doing what he does, making sure I don't make the mistakes that he made. So one day I get to where he is,
Mm.
getting it slowly but surely. But yeah, man, he's a brother. Went from training practice partners to friends to now we family. We family.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. Hey, so another person that we've seen you train with at Attila's gym, even though right now that's not serving as his home base, but it is one of the people that I think at some point you maybe formed a very close relationship with, is current EFC middleweight champion Luke Michael. So can you tell us a little bit more about that relationship and how it came along, and just how it is to train with somebody who holds the power that he holds, I guess, in the EFC?
That's amazing, eh? I'm just surrounded by champions. I mean, it's crazy, eh? So also look was there as well from the first day. Like all these guys were there first day I walked in at Attila and so he's also played a huge factor in my life. He's been there from day one as well. Like he also showed me the ropes, how things work. So they took me under their wings. All these guys they took me under their wings. Even Adam Speechley was there as well. He took me under his wings. They told me, look, you have to go out there and get it. This is how everything works, but you need to come from the inside. It's been amazing working with Luke. He showed me the ground, so it's easy for me to go into fights, man, and not worry about the ground because I've got this big guy here that I work with. It's always good on the ground. You can stand up. So look, I'm just surrounded by such talent. It's crazy. I can say I'm blessed. That's for sure. From day one, I never trained with amateurs. It's always been these pro guys. I think that's why I got to where I am so quick and so fast because of the people around me and what they stand for and what they do and the characters that they are. So it's been
Yeah.
amazing training with Michael, who will successfully defend his middleweight champ come 11th of April.
See, that is going to be my next question. I was going to ask you that, like, so I'm assuming that you are backing Luke Michael when it comes to his fight against JP Kruger at EFC 112, then.
100%, 100%. We're going all the way there. Luke is here. We're training. We're pushing. He's been here. Um, I'll be there in the corner as well. It's a family. It's a family here. So we out there supporting each other. He's gonna be in my corner as well for my upcoming fights as well. So it's gonna be amazing. We bringing the heat, that's for sure. We putting in the work and the hours.
Now you're saying that you're gonna be in his corner and he's gonna be in your corner, but you guys are fighting on the same night, on the same card.
Yeah,
So as we know, it was recently announced that Ayanda Zwane is gonna be a part of the upcoming Featherweight Grand Prix, which is gonna have two rounds before you get to the champion, who is
yeah.
Igeu Kabesa, and he is no easy feat. But that's why there's a Grand Prix happening, to figure out the best of the best who deserves to get that test. So yeah, it's just one of those things where Ayanda is going to be fighting at EFC 112, and he's going to be going up against Stephen Goncalves, I think. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but yeah, you're going to be fighting against him. And he's considered a legend in the game. So how do you feel about that upcoming test and that upcoming match over at EFC 112?
I love it, eh? Go big or go home. So Steven, great guy. He's done so much for the MMA. I consider him a veteran as well. He's look, we need to give him his flowers. He's a real threat. He's been around the game for so long. He's fought abroad. He's done it all, you know. So this is a challenge I've been waiting for. This is the challenge that I need to climb that next door and grow as a fighter. So I'm excited for this fight. I know it's going to be a war. We're going to go in there and we want to definitely put on a show and we will go at it from the get go. So it's going to be an amazing fight. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to come up victorious because I'm coming for all that gold. Oh, there's so much coming. The power is coming in full force. The Power Express is open and we're coming.
You're talking about you coming for all the gold, Nate, but before we even get to that, right? I know that, like, following this fight, right, going into like the basically the Grand Prix finals before you get to the actual champion, then your opponent is going to be one or two people, which is the other side of the bracket, where we're going to see Billy Oosthuizen or we're going to see Simbarasha Hokonya. And you and Simbarasha have actually fought each other before, and I saw that on your social media. You seem to be gearing towards that fight because that was your debut fight. Simbarasha was your debut fight, and you didn't win that fight. That remains your only loss on your record right now. And I'm assuming that you want to get that back. So can you just tell us
Yeah,
about that motivation right there?
definitely. I need my O back. He took my O, so I need to get it back and actually show it because it was a very close fight. That fight could have gone either way. Unfortunately, he took it of the night. He took it at the end of the night. Shout out to him. But look, I think that's a beautiful story. Him and I fighting, going up against the gold. What a way to end it! Because I need my O back, and it'll be a different fight. It was my debut fight. I was still new in the EFC. He only had like one fight in, and a short notice. But yeah, we're there ready. We don't complain. We just get the contract we signed, jump in. So that fight will be amazing. I think we will bring the house down if him and I were to fight again, especially with everything to gain and nothing to lose. And I think I wish he wins that fight, but if he doesn't, it's okay. I think I know we'll meet again at some point. But hey, I want that fight. That's the fight I need, definitely.
Wow. Okay. It seems like I keep seeing a lot of dream fights coming up here. Chichi's comeback corner. I'm hoping that you're also gonna get that fight because it's. I think it would be a nice way to round out your story. But once it's all said and done, the person who is going to be waiting at the end of the line, right, is going to be none other than Igeu Kabesa, who is most definitely a veteran here in the EFC. And, he's probably one of the best fighters that the promotion has. So, can you just tell us about like the motivation with regards to that fight? And I don't know, like if you have any thoughts on him as a competitor, as well as just as a person.
Yeah, man, I respect Giga, man. He's a guy we all look up to. He's the father of MMA. If you like to say that, he's done it all, man. He's good. This is the guy that we all want to see in the UFC. It's the guy we want to see, getting some UFC gold and bringing it back home. Doing
Mhm.
his thing. But at the same time, it's been an honor to fight Kabisi because he's the guy who grew up watching. He's the guy to beat. If you haven't beaten Kabisi, you're not really there yet. So he's the guy to jump in there and face. And I believe I have it. I have what it takes to jump in there and face him. He's an all rounder. I'm an all rounder, not just to stand out for wrestler or grappler. I'm an MMA fighter. So is he. So I think definitely him and I will be jumping in it together. It's gonna be a crazy fight because we will definitely put on a fight. I will definitely come for him 100%. As much as I respect him, this is business at the end of the day. Here's something that I need, and I hope he stays long enough for me to face him in the EFC because I know he has other plans as well. So, hey, I want his head, eh? That's the guy to fight. I want what he has. I want his name on my records. I get his name on my records, I'm done. I'm good. I'm happy. So it'll be an exciting fight to have, definitely.
Okay. And you were talking about, wanting all the gold. So right now, we're talking about the Featherweight Grand Prix, and that's the goal that you would probably lead yourself towards, right? But the championship that you've also been calling for is the Bantamweight Championship right now, which is it's a very contentious division right now, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
very, very full. We've got a double champion who's holding both the Bantamweight Championship and the Flyweight Championship in Gazmolo Zulu, and we've got an interim bantamweight champion in Terence Balelo. So like, how do you think you fit into that scenario, into that entire championship scene?
Look, the Bantamweight has its own people, right? People are running up, they're doing what they're doing, but they don't have any challenges. I'm willing to come down there and give these two guys a run for their money. I've been calling out Zulu, who is now King Shaka apparently. So I've been calling him out day in, day out. I want his gold. Put it up for me and I'll gladly take it willingly. Terence is an interim. Look, I've nothing against Terence. Great guy, chill guy, but at the end of the day, business is business. And I don't see him defending the interim title as well. I don't think that it's his plan. But I think that fight between Terence and I will also be an amazing fight as well. Considering his fighting style, I think we'll definitely put on an amazing show, Terence and I. But I want the king himself, I want Zulu. Zulu has been getting easy fights. I mean, come on. I mean, his last fight, yeah, he put on a good fight. Yes, we saw that, but it wasn't a fight. You know, nothing away. I don't take nothing away from Gift. Gift is an amazing fighter. It wasn't his night. He's gonna come back strong, definitely. But I mean, come on, this guy's been getting easy fights. If he steps in there with me, he's gonna have a run for his money. As much as he's a legend as well, just like Kabisi, been honored to fight him. So he's been getting easy fights, man. Too easy, easy money for him. If they put me in there with him, I'll expose him for who he is. I'll definitely step in there and take that gold gladly. I mean, EFC doesn't even have to pay me to fight him. Just put me in there with him. I win, I take the gold, I go home. Easy and simple as that. I just want that fight to happen. But hey, EFC threw a curveball on me, so I would other have business to handle. But I'll be back down there again to torture them and get the goal because I'm coming for all the gold, like I said. My first interview with the EFC, I told Simon that if I can't get the featherweight, I'll get the bantamweight or I'll get both of them. So, so far, I'm getting both, and it's going to happen. Mark my words. I'm coming.
So it feels like right now EFC is shifting into a place where fighters are trying to strive for that double champion status again, right? And Gazmulo Zulu is the one who just kind of kicked it off. So I just wanted to know, right? Is that where you see yourself also being right now, where potentially you're going to be holding the bantamweight title and the featherweight title?
Hey, look, there's a fight happening between Kabisi and Kabanda, I think. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name
Yes.
wrong. And, for the lightweight champion. Kabisi wins that one, right? Kabisi
Hmm.
wins the lightweight champion. I face Kabisi for the featherweight champion. I beat Kabisi. Why not fight Kabisi for his lightweight champion as well and become a triple champion? Go down and fight Bantamweight, get gold there, have my featherweight title and my lightweight title. Triple champ. Why not? We can make it happen.
Oh,
We can definitely make it happen.
okay.
100%. I want all the gold. Let's get the gold.
That would be a sight. That would be a spectacle to witness. Hey, but like okay, that's a lot of goals. That's a lot of goals, and I think maybe this is a good place for us to round it off, right? Where everyone is now like, okay, cool. This guy is out here trying to shoot for triple championship status. Cool, but do you have any message for like fight fans? Leading up to your fight, like what should fight fans watch out for? What do you want to say to the fight fans ahead of your fight that's coming up?
Hey, fight fans, look, there's a lot coming up. The power has been working. We've been in the lab. We've been fixing things. We've been working on some things. We've got a huge goal ahead of us that we need to achieve, and a lot of guys standing in front of it. So we've been working some good hours. So expect fireworks, man. Expect a lot of fireworks to come out. Expect a new and improved person. We bring in the fight from the get go. Um, expect expect the champ. Expect a fight like the champ. Expect me to come out there and give you guys a show. Expect me to come out there and give you guys a show. So yeah, very just to get it again. First fight of the year for me. After my last fight. So let's get the winning streak up again. We finished the year strong last year. We want to start it off strong and coming for everything. This year is the year. So stay tuned. There's a lot coming and there's a lot in store. We're not only stopping here, we're shooting for the sky, like I said. So stay tuned and just keep supporting, man. I see the messages. Um, sorry, I can't respond to all of them sometimes, but I get the messages. I get the love. respect to you guys. You guys make it possible. You guys give us the courage to keep pushing, keep going. So shout out to you guys as well. Yes.
And Ayanda, where can the people find you on social media? Just for those who aren't already following you on social media, where can the people interact with you and find and follow your journey essentially?
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, Ayanda The Power Zwane. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You know, right there in TikTok as well, doing the things. So come through, man. Ayanda The Power on all social medias, or Ayanda The Power Zwane on all social medias. Come through, support, stay tuned. There's a lot happening. The journey has began. The chapter it's on. We're running. The train is hot. Jump on and let's hit it. Let's go.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Ayanda, for coming on the show. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. And when I say we, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I appreciate you for coming on the show. And can't wait to see you back in the Hicks. You know, catch Ayanda Zwane in the Hicks. You know, beginning in the Featherweight Grand Prix, guys, at EFC 112, which takes place on April 11th. I'll see you there, Ayanda.
Let's go. Cheers, eh?
Bye, everybody.